We need to talk about Bronny James and how he's still not ready to play in the NBA. When we think about superstar-level players, Hall of Famers, players who are truly exceptional, we often remember that they don't always pass on their success to their children. There are several reasons for this. For instance, we can think of Michael Jordan, who had two sons, neither of whom made it to the NBA. Or we can consider current players who are the face of various NBA franchises, like Stephen Curry, son of Del Curry, or Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest players in Lakers history, son of Joe Bryant. Many players like this have the blessing of having a father who played professionally in the NBA. They are either born into the pressure of becoming professional basketball players or already have all the tools to develop into competitive basketball players. However, when it comes to the sons of superstars, players who are at the very top of the game, we don't often see them achieving great feats on the basketball court. And it's not much different with Bronny's career so far. When we first heard about Bronny James, also known as LeBron James Jr., he made it a point to change his name because he didn't want to be remembered solely as LeBron James Jr. He chose to go by Bronny. Bronny began playing in middle school tournaments, where he showed promise for his age. He had good ball handling skills, could shoot from long range, played well as a point guard, and put up impressive stats, as we saw in various highlights. Around the same time, we also saw highlights of other talented kids like Julian Newman and Mac McClung. Amidst all this, we were wondering what would become of Bronny James. He was ranked around 25th in his class at the time. Eventually, he decided to attend Sierra Canyon, one of the top schools and athletic programs for high school athletes. Life became challenging for him there because he was playing alongside many high-level athletes, some of whom were already in the NBA or nearing the end of high school. As a freshman, Bronny didn't have explosive performances. He mainly played as a 3-and-D player, focusing on three-point shooting and defense. He developed this aspect of his game, playing less with the ball in his hands and not being the primary ball handler on the team. In his sophomore year, he suffered a significant knee injury, which required treatment and slowed down his progress. In his senior year, he performed better, averaging around 14 points and 8 rebounds per game. This improved his ranking a bit in his class. After high school, he chose to stay close to his family and attend the University of South Carolina, benefiting from the structure and support his father provides, given their financial stability. So why isn't Bronny ready to enter the draft yet? Looking at where he is in his career now, he played 20 games for USC with averages of 5.3 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.4 assists, shooting only 37.4% from the field. These are not impressive numbers for a top-tier draft pick. Many are speculating that Bronny James could be a lottery pick, but it's hard to justify that with his current stats. Drafting him high would likely be due to the association with LeBron James and the possibility of signing LeBron to a lower contract. Several teams are interested in drafting Bronny, not necessarily because of his skills, but because of his father's star power. The pressure on an athlete like Bronny James is immense because he's LeBron James' son. He doesn't have the simple freedom to decide for himself. There's pressure from the media to push him into the draft, with scouts eager to draft him early to potentially secure his father as well. This doesn't allow Bronny to just play basketball, develop, and declare for the NBA draft when he feels ready. In conclusion, Bronny James doesn't currently have the level to enter the NBA draft, in my opinion. If he were to declare for the 2024 draft and be drafted in the top 15, it would likely be solely because LeBron James expressed a desire to play alongside his son. I hope Bronny continues to play in college for another year or two, focusing on his development and ignoring some of the media pressure. He's already very famous at his age, with millions of followers on Instagram and access to the best coaches, mansions, and cars. If he stays focused on basketball and continues to develop, I believe he could declare for the draft in a couple of years and become a great player. But for now, he needs to ignore the media pressure and focus on his own path. If you've made it this far and enjoyed this content, we would greatly appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your interaction is invaluable to us and helps us to continue producing quality content like this. Thank you for your support, and we hope to see you again in our upcoming videos. Until then!